settle the settlement of the discrimination lawsuit that had been ongoing for many years. And I was very pleased to see that the city settled it, both because I think it's the right thing for the department to do, and also I think it vindicated the approach of the judge in the case, Nick Garifas. Those of us in Queens know him well from his time as being a counsel to former borough president Claire Schulman. And I want to ask you, I know the settlement has some specific details. I'd like you to expand on where the department has come since the lawsuit was initiated, because I know the department has made progress in minority hiring and recruitment. But in particular, I'd like to hear you talk about how you're going to try to change the culture of the department. And before you answer, I just want to read something that one of the litigants or the lawyers in the case said at the time that it was settled. And I think there's a lot of truth to it. We've had some really great court decisions in this case that required the city to change a lot of things. But until those changes filter down into the firehouse and we see a change in the culture of the firehouse, a lot of this stuff is really not going to take hold. That's a hard thing to accomplish, to change a culture in an institution. How is the department going to go about doing that in the context of the specific changes that the settlement requires? Because that one seems like it's a real challenge.
Well, I will tell you that since 2002, every strategic plan, we've had 4 strategic plans, and every one highlighted diversifying the department. This just didn't start 2 years ago or with the decision. This was a conscious effort by the department to diversify since 2002, first under Commissioner Scapetta and then myself. And the 2 exams that were ruled invalidated because they just weren't, they didn't stand the test of time, and then the 2007 exam, those are in the past. But we have made this concerted effort. And the culture that the lawyer is talking about, maybe he's talking about the culture of many years ago. We've taken a very aggressive effort to make sure we have an anti-hazing policy that I put out. We sent out a message from myself and the chief of department about what we expect in the field, how we expect people to be treated with dignity and respect. So as far as changing the culture, this has been going on for a long time. People need to be treated fairly. They need to be treated with dignity and respect. Well, it's a tough job. You know, it's tough. We've been working on that for a long time. So it's been done. It's ongoing as we talk. As you mentioned, if you mentioned in my testimony, we're hiring Kaleidoscope. Everybody's going to be given diversity and inclusion training. As soon as the new administration came in, I recommended to them that we have a deputy commissioner for diversity and inclusion. Turns out it was part of the agreement, but from day one, I've thought about that and needed. So we are working on it. We send out a strong message to our chiefs in the field. I speak to them. The chief of department speaks to them, lets them know what we expect. And it's an ongoing effort, but I have every confidence in the world that it's going on as we speak.
Well, I appreciate that, and as I observed, I know the department has made a lot of progress in both recruitment and hiring, and I just hope the department, as you are committing to, and as I'm
fully committed.
You're fully committing to it, and I know the sincerity with which you're saying that. You know, understands that the issue or the concern doesn't end with the signing of the settlement.
Not at all. Just starting.
Just starting.
Not ending. Just it's a big effort on our part.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilmember Lancman.